What is up, everybody? Welcome here to Half-Ass Pod. It's your boy, Corn. Make sure you guys hit that like and that subscribe. I got some more videos coming to y'all. You already know. I just finished watching the documentary of And1, and let me tell you, man, it was a pretty good documentary. It was only about an hour long. It followed three friends that were going, in and out of college. One was struggling, not necessarily struggling with a job, but he was working a job he didn't like. And then they came together, made a merch company called And1. Then they did the shoes. They had the whole mishap with Stephon Marbury, where he got injured. I believe it was like his first game wearing the And1 shoes, and they signed him to this big-ass deal as well. I think it was like a 10-year deal or some shit. He ends up getting hurt while wearing their shoes in a game. Not good for them, right? So then they go on and they find street ball, and then they start adapting street ball into the And1 brand. Now, And1 is pretty much what's the word for it? Synonymous with street ball at this point. And, I was a kid watching And1. It was awesome. I loved it. I was a casual viewer. It's not like I watched it every day or even every week or anything like that. But I was a very casual fan at best when it came to And1. But my favorite of them all was definitely Hot Sauce. I mean, you had Main Event. You had, I believe, Dribble Machine. You had The Professor. I forget which one went to. I think was it Skip to My Lou that went to the NBA. He's the only And1 player to go to the NBA. Was Skip to My Lou, I believe it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. And hit me up in the comments. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's what they said at the end of the doc. But man, this was actually a really good documentary. I mean, in the end, you had a couple players, but a couple players that were upset about the ending of it and how abrupt that it ended, but. For the most part, they were thankful for the opportunity of doing it. They've all moved on and doing bigger and better things now. One guy's a head coach. But again, this was a documentary to showcase the impact that And1 actually had on the world, and you see that. I mean, it's only an hour long, so you're not going to get too much into like the nitty gritty like details or whatever. But you got to see the impact that the And1 brand had as a whole. And then you also got to see how Nike pretty much did what they did and did it better because they had a bigger budget. They had more, obviously, more players, more people that they could pay and all this other stuff. So we saw the fold of And1. They eventually sold And1. It's now just, I believe, a merch brand and a shoe brand at this point. It's been sold many times since. However, and people are still rocking And1 mixtapes, man. As you see in this documentary, you see people in today's time still literally having those And1 mixtapes. And now we know that those things are a treasure now. They're probably worth some money now. I don't imagine anybody even wanting to sell the And1 mixtapes just because those things are such a vintage thing now. To have the level of street ball that it was back then. It was amazing. But if you guys ever get the chance to check out the Untold Rise and Fall of And1 documentary, make sure you guys check that shit out. It was awesome. I liked it. Gives you just enough detail to keep you into the documentary. So I definitely give this documentary probably like I'd say an A, just on the fact that they gave us some stuff that we didn't know about And1. We also got to see some players implode. They started talking about the money they were getting paid. It was crazy. There was definitely some fugazi bullshit that was going on there. But anyways, man, make sure you guys let me know what you think about this And1 mixtape documentary. Hit that like and that subscribe. It's your boy, Corn. It's Half-Ass Pod, and I am OUT.